Many people, for understandable reasons, scratch their head and say, how could anybody vote for Donald Trump? But I just provided what I think is the main reason.
Because they don't want to vote for Kamala. And they don't want to vote for what we have currently because there is such a great distrust in institutions, in the media, and the establishment, as you have just laid out.
Yeah. If I can just make one other point, Jasmine. If you go back to 2016, Trump started out in the Republican primaries. He was one of a number of candidates. Virtually all of his opponents in the Republican primaries in 2016 were mainstream establishment figures, blue blood Republicans. And what Trump did was run the table. He knocked them all off. And in 2020, and now again in 2024, none of those establishment figures would dare to challenge Trump. And I think that really tells you something about where the body politics are. In this case, we're talking about the United States, but it's not only the United States. You see it in Germany. The established parties in Germany are in real trouble. And, you know, parties on the right and parties on the left are surging. And you want to ask yourself, why is this the case? And it's because the established parties and the blob, call it what you want, are doing a very poor job of managing policy. And the media basically cheerleads the blob if we're talking about foreign policy. And people don't want to hear that anymore. They'd rather hear, you know, people like me talk about what's wrong and why we're in, you know, a mess in Ukraine and why things are going to hell in a handbasket in the Middle East.